Hey everyone, my name is Wade, and in this video, I'm gonna be talking to you about the app DriveBuddy. Now, at a very simple point, DriveBuddy just logs all your hard drives and makes it really easy to find files. Now, why I think this is an app that almost every single creative should have is because if you've been in the creative space for a long time, like I've been in the creative space for over 10 years, you start to accumulate hard drives and client files, and occasionally you'll have a client come out of the woodwork, 2 or 3 years later and say, hey, can you just change out a logo for us? Or can you do this or that? And can you make a small little edit? And you start to go, I don't know where that file is. You don't know what drive it's on. You don't know if you deleted it. You don't know where it's at. So DriveBuddy solves this because you can now just search for all those files. And when I was going to make this video, I kind of wondered, how many drives do I actually have? And I have over 45 hard drives. Yes, you heard that correctly, 45, a bunch of Lacy hard drives and Western Digital hard drives. They're all different ranges of terabytes, from 1 terabyte to 4 terabytes. I have some 8 terabyte hard drives. And I've always wanted to go through them all and just delete old footage and try to clean them up and manage them, but I just never have. Now, why I'm so excited about DriveBuddy and why I paid the $20 for it is because I think this is now possible with this app. So that's where DriveBuddy, I think, is going to be a huge game changer for my workflow. And now let's just jump into the software and I'll show you exactly what it does. When I open DriveBuddy, you'll see that there's 2 views. There's the connected view and then there's the logged view. So let's just start with connected. Those are obviously the drives that are connected to your computer. Right now I have this Scarlett Focusrite thing connected to my computer, but that's not really a drive, so I hit never log because there's no files on there. So it doesn't end up in my logged files. This is a drive that I've been editing on since 2022 and has a ton of files on it. And if you see, I click on details, and if you look at here, it shows me every single thing that's on this drive, which is great. So now the real magic of this software is not what's connected, it's what's logged. So these are all a bunch of drives that are already been plugged into my computer that I can then search files for. So let's just say I want to search for a shoot I did. It was on October 13th of 2025. And you'll see that it is on my Jane file here. So you'll see that it's like, okay, cool. Like here is, where it says like 10/13/25. I also did a video about that, which is on this drive. And then I also backed it up. So you can see like, oh, I backed that up, which is good with what I'm editing. So if I just hit details here on this drive is not plugged into my computer currently. So the nice thing is like I can search everything on here and make sure that I have it. And you'll see that there's what I was searching for. But you can search the whole drive here. And I like that it gives you this little storage breakdown. I don't know why. I mean, most of my stuff is going to be video related, but I'm guessing something like projects is probably my Final Cut files. So if I saw that the projects folder was like really big, I might go in and just try to delete some of those projects where I don't need those Final Cut files anymore. So yeah, so you can see in here, you got a couple options where you can rescan it if you don't think it's correct, or you can also hit never log if you don't want to. So you'll see in here that there's a couple drives that I don't really need, like this SD card. Like I don't really want it to log SD cards. So I'm gonna hit details, I'm gonna hit never log, and I'm just gonna hit remove. And it gives you a little prompt that it will take it off the list. Nothing on this drive will be deleted, and you won't, won't scan the drive until it's plugged back in. So here's another one that's just probably a memory card. So details, never log, I hit remove. And again, removing unlisted will take it out of the logged list. Nothing on the drive will be deleted. You won't be able to edit back or rescan unless the drive is plugged back in. So it just cleans this area up just a little bit. Okay, so let's plug a drive in that I have not plugged in years. And just to give you a little reference of how old this drive is, it's got Thunderbolt on it. It doesn't even have USB-C. So again, it's a pretty old drive. Let's plug it in and let's see what's actually on this thing. And I just kind of want to show you what happens when you plug a drive in, because it does take a second to kind of load and analyze the drive to show you everything that's on it. Okay, so now this drive is plugged in and you'll see that it says Lacy right here at the top. So if I click details, it will give me a good breakdown of what's actually on this drive, and it actually will start to analyze files. So boom, there you go. That was actually pretty quick for like a, what is this, a 2 terabyte drive? So that analyzed all the files. And if I scroll down, you'll see, hey, I've got, actually, this is a wedding we did. This is an event we do every year. This is some personal stuff. I've got another wedding we did. And then I've got actually some Christmas photos from my family on here. So I should back up and say, like, I have so many drives because we edit directly on those drives, because I'm constantly passing them to my business partner so he can then edit on them. And none of the editing files are really on our computers, because that would be a real pain to be like, hey, you're working on this wedding. Here's my whole computer, to work on it with. So we've just been editing off drives like this for years. So In this kind of situation where I have random files on it that are much older, I can probably delete most of those and then just start to use these for storage. Okay, so now if we exit out of here, you'll see that this Lacy drive is now logged in here. And there's this Lacy share option, which I'd never really understood from Lacy. So I can just hit details again, hit never, hit remove, and it's gone. I also like little details where it tells me how many drives I've logged and kind of how much free space I have versus used. Again, I haven't plugged in all my drives yet, but I'm really curious to see what happens when I plug in over 40 drives to it, how much space we really need. That could be really useful if you were trying to set up like a NAS system, or maybe you're just trying to consolidate all your files and, you know, okay, I have 60 terabytes of hard drives. I'm just gonna go buy 5, 12 terabyte hard drives and put it all on those hard drives and then consolidate all these other drives. Okay, next I'm gonna plug in an 8 terabyte drive because with that drive being a lot bigger, I just wanna show you what happens inside the software. All right, so that 8 terabyte drive just got plugged in and you can see it is pretty full of things. It's almost got the full 8 terabytes in there. And you'll see that's the rainbow kind of spinning wheel that I expect sometimes when you're using this software. So if I click on it and I hit analyze storage, I'll put a little timer up to show you how long it takes for this to actually work. Because I'll start a timer on my phone right now. So, all right, so as you can see, that took about 4 minutes and 23 seconds. And now I can see everything on my 8 terabyte hard drive. So overall, that's pretty fast. I mean, I know you don't want to wait like 5 minutes for something to log, but again, like it's 8 terabytes of footage that it's going to go through. So again, just keep that in mind. Like, let's just call it every 8 terabytes is 4-ish minutes. So if you have like 32 terabytes, okay, yeah, maybe it take 15, 20 minutes, but that's okay because now you can look at everything on your computer. So let's just dive into what's on here. So again, you'll see it shows me every single thing that's on here, which is a ton of files. This is what I love about this software, is showing you exactly how many gigs is in each folder. So you can see like this client here, 2 terabytes of footage. Now that's fine, we're gonna keep this stuff for a while, but here's something down here. This is 228 gigs, and this is a live stream we did now 6 months ago. And do we really need to keep that footage around? Or maybe is this something the client wants to get a hard drive and we can give to them? These are just things to figure out while you're running your business. All right, so that's it. That's how DriveBuddy works. If you have any additional questions about DriveBuddy, please put them in the comments down below. And I should mention, I have zero affiliation with DriveBuddy. I just got an Instagram ad, and generally you get an ad for something on your phone and you just think like, yeah, I'm never gonna use that. In this case, I knew I had a direct need for it and it's been worth $20 all day. If you wanna check out DriveBuddy, I put a link to their website in the description below, so feel free to check them out and give them a try. And that'll wrap up this video. I am trying to post videos every single Monday and just get in the groove of this YouTube thing. I've been wanting to do this for a couple years now, and I'm about 5 or 6 videos in, and I'm just trying to get the ball rolling. Thanks again for watching, guys, and we'll see you next week.